My name's Lua Davis. I work for Bristol Myers Squibb in the Princeton, New Jersey area, which is a large pharmaceutical company. Currently, my position there is that I work in compensation or total rewards, to be specific, on the compensation side, supporting global product and supply, which is our manufacturing area at Bristol Myers Squibb. The program really enriched my life, enriched my understanding of HR, and then also brought me closer and closer to my goals and career goals. I had a gravitation towards it through talking to my professors at the University of Florida, and then also just researching some of the professors and their focus areas, some of the courses, and then also just considering the network that the university had overall. While I was at University of Florida, I was in a few research labs in the management department. And through those research labs, I looked into industrial and organizational psychology, which is more on the theoretical side, right? You're really honed in on the research when it comes to topics like retirement or newcomer socialization. Through reflection about what my goals were and how I really wanted to engage with these topics that I was so passionate about, I thought about that I really want to be immersed in facilitating some of the changes when it comes to people priorities for a larger organization and really working at the grounds, right? And so I wanted to have an applied focus, and University of Minnesota actually had an amazing program. I was working with a professor at the time who also had been staff in the program. And so she was just telling me about all the opportunities that come from, their broad network when it comes to employers that are really involved with the program. And then also just talking through with me about some of the different focus areas that we would touch upon in the coursework there. Not only that, but there is a large handful of international students. So we get all these diverse perspectives from all across the world. I think it's so important when you're working in HR also to be more aware of cultural nuances and more aware of how you can approach inclusion, and that immersion, working in tandem with all of my classmates, who I still keep in touch with many of them, was really valuable to me. Just thinking about the program from my entry point to where I am today. So at the time, there were so many scholarships offered to many students in the program. Also, I think a lot of us had received in-state tuition, which was such a blessing to me, who was trying to think through how can I afford grad school overall. And then there were opportunities in the program to really pay for tuition. So I had 2 grad assistantships that really enabled me to leave the program with very, very little debt, which I know not a lot of people across the US really have the opportunity to say that, I had this really great experience with this program and I'm really not leaving with a lot of debt. That being said, the jobs that we were offered, the salaries that we were offered as well, really enabled us to have financial well-being, to feel really solid in that, we have a job where we're compensated really well overall. And I think that the program did a really good job in partnering with organizations where they knew that when we left that program, that we would feel really financially stable and really feel like we could progress our careers from a finance perspective, because these programs, the purpose of them is really for us to have the developmental opportunities, but also to impact the organization in meaningful ways, and then progress our careers through, climbing the ladder or continuously having promotions. I still see people out of the program who I'm like, wow, you've already gone up that much on the career ladder. And that's because these programs really, see us as valuable talent with great insights because we've come from this program. And then we're really able to impact the organizations in ways that will fast track our careers overall. It's a huge return on investment. You put in your time and energy for those 2 years. There's also a financial investment as well. But the job opportunities that you'll have after, and also the preparedness that you'll have through some of the cases that we did throughout the program, through networking, some of those experiences, I think that you wouldn't be able to gain in other programs. there's a return on investment that's huge. You'll get immersed in a group of about 60 or so individuals who are all very passionate about HR and all bring something to the table. It's a very diverse group of people, and I'm really passionate about diversity. I think that this program is really well situated in that if you do invest the time and money and energy, it'll pay off in the end. I'm so happy with my role. I'm so happy with the opportunities that the University of Minnesota has given me and the friendships and the network that I have. I feel like it's incomparable.